This morning, folks laced up their shoes to participate in Tunnel to Towers 5K run and walk. Beginning at 9 a.m. at Siouxland Freedom Park in South Sioux City, Nebraska, people lined up to begin the race. Tunnel to Towers is a nonprofit organization started out of New York City after 9/11. This is the 7th time the race has been held in Siouxland. Registration costs will go to programs for first responders, active military, as well as veterans. Over 100 people participated in the 5K. And organizers say some even wore firefighter and police uniforms to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice on September 11th.
Because a 5K is not necessarily an easy feat in general, and then you add in all the gear, the 65 pounds, the oxygen tanks, and these guys just do it, and they are happy to do it, and it's just a little bit humbling in that way.
Since the race has been in Siouxland, the organization has helped out 11 families in Iowa and Nebraska. Most recently, they helped Officer Kevin Cram's family pay the mortgage to their house in honor of his service. Matasovsky says that this event is just a small way to say thank you to those members who have served.
This is just important to me in general. I think these people are willing to sacrifice in a way that a lot of us aren't. It's also near and dear to my heart. I have friends, I have siblings, family members who serve our community, who serve our country, and so this is a way that I can honor them and give back.
Free will donations were also accepted to benefit first responders and members of the military.